Well, this past Saturday at Johnny's Ice House West in Chicago, Illinois, Lake Forest had plenty of alumni cheering them on in their 7-1 victory over Aurora University. They had 6 multi-point scorers in that contest, and Austin Axoy got his first collegiate goal. This weekend they will head to Winona, Minnesota to take on St. Mary's University. Coming up next, I'll be joined by head coach Pat Kelleher in this week's edition of Inside Forester Hockey.
Played back now by the Aurora defense. Sardina with a nice move there.
Hey!
Sardina finds the back of the net. Tim, but Kent comes up with it. Axoy in front, open, wide alone. Axoy
Yes!
in the back of the net. And oh my, what a pretty
There
play
it is!
there from Axoy.
Welcome back to this week's edition of Inside Forester Hockey. You guys had the game at Johnny's on Saturday. Did it live up to all the hype?
I think so. I mean, I think for the first time hosting a game downtown, new venue, there's a lot of logistical things that you don't really think about heading into a game like that. But I thought the game ran smoothly. We had a good turnout from alumni and some family and friends, and I think overall, happy with it. It was a new experience for our team and our guys, and we're able to kind of bring the game downtown to some of our alum that live down there. It was exciting.
So many highlights on Saturday, but you look at the power play, generate a lot of chances and went 2 for 5 on the night.
Yeah, it was good. It was good for those guys to, see some results and finally, get a couple power play goals. And, I think even before we had that first goal, we had some real good chances. And I think the guys are starting to recognize the options they have, settling down a little bit, not rushing things. So it was definitely good. We spent a lot of time last week, watching video and going over those sorts of things with the power play group. So it was good to see the results. And more than anything, you're looking to generate shots and scoring chances, and I think we were able to do that.
So after the first period, yourself and Coach O'Malley, emphasis on tightening things up in the D zone a little bit. Talk to me about that.
Yeah, we just, I think we felt in the first period that we were a little loose defensively. We talked to our guys a lot about D-zone coverage, obviously, not cheating the offense. But, it was good to see. I thought second and third period we were better defensively. Early in the season, it's really easy to focus a lot on offense and scoring goals. But for us, we want to be a championship team, and to do that, you have to have championship caliber defense. So it's something that we're always trying to stress with the guys during practice and during games.
So Lake Forest will head to Winona, Minnesota this weekend to take on St. Mary's University. 7 o'clock start on Friday and then a 3 o'clock start on Saturday. So St. Mary's a part of the MIAC conference. Is this something you guys want to schedule each year, a team from the MIAC?
Well, it's nice to have some variety in the non-conference opponents. We've played a lot of WIAC teams over the last few years, and we still have some on the schedule this year. But I think to have another conference in terms of non-conference games is good, and the MIAC's a competitive conference, obviously. So I think it depends a little bit on how many games you have available and what you have left to schedule. But we used to play St. Mary's, and I think it's good to get them back on the schedule, and they'll be coming out here next year for 2 games as well.
Yeah, and going off of that, you played them a couple of years ago and then a year before that as well. What are you expecting from them?
It's tough to say. It's been a little while, but I think generally, we're expecting them to have some good individual skill up front. And outside of that, it's tough to say. Obviously we try to do our pre-scout, but when you're playing non-conference, a lot of times for us the focus is on our team and what we're doing, making sure that our guys are prepared to play the way that we want to play, and not so much tailoring our game to what our opponent's going to do.
So I'll end with this one. Thanksgiving on Thursday. Are the boys going to be able to get a turkey dinner on Thursday, or they have to wait till Saturday after the game?
Yeah, they'll be okay. The school actually offers a great Thanksgiving meal during the day on Thursday, and we're leaving late enough in the day that they'll be able to take advantage of it, hopefully, and we've encouraged them to do so. So I think the guys will be a little sleepy on the bus ride out there maybe, but it'd be nice for them to be able to have a Thanksgiving meal and have some turkey and stuffing, and so that shouldn't be a problem.
This has been another edition of Inside Forester Hockey. Thanks for watching.